there are worries home as well. And this time they have to do with expenditure. It's already known that government overspent its target by 71 billion shillings in January. And one of the major items in there is debt. That is debt servicing. But that will be a topic for another day. Once again, it's Money and Markets, and I'm Charles Boyd, your host. The tourism industry today is Uganda's single biggest foreign exchange earner, earning the country over $1 billion US, at least if you to go by the numbers of 2018. But not so much has actually been done in exploring the full potential of this industry. Of course, some experts want to call it money directly because it's money, it's a low-hanging fruit. And we're exploring this in this segment.
Statistics don't lie. The number of visitors to this country, for whatever reason, could it be meetings, maybe going to game parks, maybe they're coming to explore our adventure in Ginger or other places. The number of persons crossing the border has doubled in 10 years, from 700,000 to 1.4 million in 10 years. What does that show you? That ever since the war ended, mark the word war, ever since Uganda stopped fighting, the prospects have doubled. If Uganda does not fight, if Uganda goes through the next election without this and that and this, the number of arrivals is still going to double in 10 years. It may not reach the required 4 million, but it will at least get to 3 million in 10 years from today, whether you like it or not. What does this mean? You see, tourism is an export. People come from wherever they come to spend money in this economy. Now, when they spend money in this economy, look who's earning. At the airport, the cab drivers are earning, the restaurants are earning, the nightlife, the bars, people are earning money. So that's how the value chain works. That you, the individual, if you tap into this value chain, whether you like it or not, tourism, with or without an institution, with or without any promotion, if Uganda does not fight internally.
So the key is to have an enabling environment for it to thrive.
Absolutely. This economy, somebody once said, doesn't even need tourism promotion. We have survived without a tourism brand since independence, and yet we are top 10 in Africa. Why? God blessed this country.
So what potential, or like you say, money, does this subsector portends for this country? And looking at new areas for exploration.
Now, tourism, by definition, is foreign in our cultures. That is why we call the tourist omulambuzi. Somebody who just, omuzungu, in other words, somebody who just kuzunga like this. So, if you look at how our cultures are set up, there was no tourism. All right? So people don't save to tour in Uganda, and people don't know how to tap in it. And I'll give you very clear examples. Look at the clans in Buganda. Compare these clans with the Ogas in Nigeria. The Ogas in Nigeria, when he walks in, they're throwing flowers. Why? Because he has money. But thank God, the clans have started to organize, we're starting to organize them, so that each clan has a tourist site. Look at our museums. They are all sick. But luckily, the owners are waking up. So what we need now is to wake up more communities to get into the value chain. Let me give you an example. There's a man called Amos Okesa. 10 years ago, Amos Okesa told me to buy land around the Nile. I hesitated, and it was cheap by then, 45 million. Today, it's all bought by non-Ugandans. And if you want an acre, the nearest point you can get an acre is Kalagala. There's no land anymore. Now there are opportunities today in Kalangala. Kalangala is the next biggest thing in tourism. Those islands, 84 islands, of which 43 are idle, well, 20 belong to His Majesty, the Kabaka. He knows what he will do to them. Another 15 belong to forestry, and they must be conserved. But there's another 14, 13 that are Milo land, And the good thing is they are on sale. The biggest tourism opportunity today for anybody who wants to make money is to buy land in Kalangala when it is still 30, 40, 50 million.
So at the level of policy, are we doing okay? Do you feel, are you satisfied with the kind of policy support that especially this new area, Kalangala, presents? Is it supported? Do we have such areas supported? Because I feel we are putting a lot of emphasis on national parks and mountains.
Okay, the game parks, and I always say this, we do not have a competitive advantage in wildlife. Safari, there are people who are better positioned in safari. We have been, if I can use the word fortunate, that they are increasingly being perceived as being insecure. But when that perception ends one day, we can't compete with some. There are people who are better gifted in wildlife. But even if we were not, there are other opportunities to diversify into. This country, is it 30% water? Kenya doesn't have that. Tanzania doesn't have that. Our next biggest thing next to the game parks is water, whether you like it or not. It's just that a few Ugandans are hydrophobic. And there are other factors that are happening. Government is going to fix the Bukakata road, meaning that these hydrophobic Ugandans who don't want to spend 3 hours on water, although there is a safe ferry from Nachiwogo to Kalangala, they will drive to Masaka, Bukakata on a good road and go onto that ferry for 20 minutes. Because the president said that road is going to be done. 2, the government is going to put a ferry island to island, meaning that when Kalangala gets full, even in the night, it will be very easy for people to go to the nearby islands.
Thank you very much, John.
Sure.
Always a pleasure to
Sure.